the perfect lunch combo. That first bite of your favorite sub, followed by ice-cold Pepsi. Add a couple of friends, and now that's next level. Suddenly, the laughs get louder, the stories keep flowing, and the food tastes better. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
Teens share everything. That may include the bacteria that can cause meningococcal disease known as meningitis. Even if your teen's been vaccinated in the past, they could still be missing meningitis vaccinations. Ask your teen's doctor or visit meningitis.com today. Sponsored by GSK.
This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
This is an incredible story. It starts off a little concerning. A man named Sam from England, young guy, probably in his 30s, he suffered a heart attack. He's expecting a child. His wife is 39 weeks pregnant.
Oh, that's terrible.
His wife performed CPR on him for 15 minutes until paramedics arrive. They continue life-saving efforts for 2 hours, and they bring him to the hospital and put him into a medically induced coma. 3 days later, his wife gives birth to their daughter, Sophie, and they bring the baby to this man Sam's bedside, and it appears his newborn baby woke him out of his coma.
Wow.
She's like, wake up, dada.
They find a way to wake you up even out of the deepest of sleeps.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, what a story though, huh?
Yeah, he was unresponsive with his eyes open, and when the baby came into the room, he started to shed tears. So that was the first signs of cognitive responsiveness for this man, who eventually did make a full recovery. He's already back to playing sports, and he's going through genetic testing. They want to find out why he got this heart attack at such a young age.
Kenny, glad to hear he's okay. What else do you have?
This is really interesting. A cybersecurity researcher has created a computer-generated pattern called no recognition that prevents automated surveillance cameras from detecting a vehicle. Kind of looks like a pixelated pattern of yellow and green and black. He wrapped a Toyota with it and tested it out. And this pattern, when the cameras see it, it confuses the cameras. They can't tell that it's a car.
Stop, you're hurting my lens.
Yeah, so you're able to get by. If you're concerned about this increased surveillance, this is a potential option. And what's even cooler is he's even started making t-shirts and hoodies. So you could wear these on the street, and even with regular surveillance cameras monitoring sidewalks and stuff, you can go past these surveillance cameras hypothetically undetected.
Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts.
I know. It seems to be very fleeting. Like, then the camera gets better, and then you got to come up with the next thing. Kenny, what else you got?
In the United Kingdom, they have their parliament, which is similar to our Congress here in the United States, government position, elected officials. There is a serious contender known as Count Binface, a self-described intergalactic space warrior. He is dressed in full costume. I would describe the costume as Darth Vader-esque, except for the helmet, he has a trash can on his head, or a trash bin, as they like to call it in England. Count Binface. He's a legitimate contender for a seat in Parliament.
That sounds
This
right.
is where we're at. I think we're actually living in a cartoon.
Yep, that sounds right.
This guy looks like something you'd see on one of those old Adult Swim shows. It's hard to believe. Like, so he's a comic, and then he's taken seriously for government position. Like, what is he running on?
Yeah, well, so under the bin is the Oxford-educated comedian John Harvey, and he's been known for challenging high-profile politicians in elections. And apparently, it's really easy to run for Parliament in the UK. All you need to do is pay $675 and get 10 signatures.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
They say if it was a national election that he is leading in the polls. Count Binface's platforms include promising to cut your taxes and raise everyone else's.
Well, might as well believe that, right? They always say they're going to cut our taxes, and then that seems to not happen.
He says he will not accept £5 million gifts from crypto billionaires on the planet Earth.
I like
That's
that.
good. That's integrity.
Good
And
call.
another one of his platforms, he wants to move a hand dryer away from a urinal at a local restaurant.
See, now that's
Tackle
why.
the important things.
Okay, now you said it. Yeah, because that makes no sense to me. If he's going to tackle that, I could see him getting in just on that alone.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a pretty wild story, but he's apparently a real contender.
Do you use hand dryers in the bathroom, Jabo?
If there are paper towels, and that's rarely. I'd rather just dry it off of my jeans.
I always prefer paper towel. Kenny, what else you have?
TJ, on your next visit to Florida, may I recommend this restaurant in Hollywood? It's called Class Steakhouse Soiree. Class stands for culinary luxury and superb service. Once a month, they hold a clothing optional 5-course dinner.
Okay.
This is interesting. I didn't know that restaurants could do that.
Okay.
Well, I guess there are some interesting laws here. According to the owner, he says it's legal because the windows are completely blacked out. No one can see from outside. Our staff are fully clothed, so there's no entertainment from us. It's just dinner. That's what makes it legal. So I guess if the staff were to participate, then it may be considered an adult entertainment establishment. Wow. But it's not.
You know what's interesting? So I just looked this place up. I was expecting it to be like, one of those 3.5 stars on Yelp. This is 5 stars. And
looks like a classy place.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
4.8 on Google. 5 stars. Very interesting.
I do have plans to visit my mom in Florida later on this month. Maybe I'll make a little stop.
All right.
Just for the food.
Just for the food?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you...
And the breeze.
I'm assuming they can't make you...
It's clothing optional.
Okay.
But the way this started...
Just for food, wink, wink.
So I guess a nudist group approached this restaurant and asked if they could have a private party at the restaurant, and that went very well. And that gave the owner the idea, let's do this ourselves. So they've been doing it for a couple of months. The next one is September 7th, and apparently it's a smashing success.
Kenny, you want to catch up?
Yeah.
Over by Teat?
You buying?
For 2 people, it's $300.
Wow.
For a woman, $150. For a man, $250.
Wow, interesting.
Oh, wait a minute, I like this place.
So I'm sure you're thinking about the hygiene aspect of this. Guests are
Do they
provided...
wipe the seats down? Because that's what I care about.
So guests are provided with robes, sanitized leather seat cushions, and lap towels for cleanliness and comfort.
All right.
All right. All right.
Got all kinds of stuff going on in this world. Never surprises me. Each day brings something new. Yes.
They're not serving soup, are they?
I don't know.
It's dangerous.
It's a 5-course meal.
Yeah.
Soup could be on the table. I'm not sure.
Kenny, what else do you have?
The owner of a video game shop in Wisconsin discovered a garbage bag full of 100 previously unknown versions of original Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES versions of Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And these video games could be very valuable.
So you're telling me that this is a version of the game before it was officially released?
No, actually, after the original run, they believe that these cartridges were potentially for replacement stock for warranty repairs or refurbished systems or an unreleased bundle. So people in the know did not know that these games even existed. Meanwhile, they were sitting in a garage for decades.
Isn't that unbelievable?
How did that person get them?
So he apparently purchased them from somebody who had been storing them for a long time. The original plan was to melt these video games down. Inside the cartridges and the motherboards, there's gold. So they wanted, the gold for like the circuitry of it. And they wanted to melt it down to reclaim the gold. But now this guy's discovered, especially back in June, a PSA 10 grade version of Super Mario Brothers sold for $3 million at auction.
Can you believe this?
So this
It's
guy's
better intact than it is melted down.
Yeah, this guy's sitting on these very rare video games, 100 of them. So he could be potentially looking at, if they all sell for top dollar, millions of dollars.
That's incredible.
amazing.
Wow.
I love it.
It's crazy.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, speaking of video games, we talked about this. The Department of Transportation did a campaign where they were trying to attract video gamers to be air traffic controllers.
Yes, I remember that.
It appears that campaign has worked, as the department has announced they have hired 2,000 gamers to be the next future batch of air traffic controllers.
I love that story because for so many years it was always like, well, don't waste your time playing video games. Now they're the
Video
heroes.
games are going to rot your brain.
Right. Now they're rocking the airways. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, one of the people that they hired was quoted. He said, "This is my dream career because I think air traffic control is the coolest thing ever. You can merge aviation with gaming. Why not? It's the best of both worlds. I grew up playing a lot of flight simulators. I've always loved airplanes." So these people and their video game skills, little did they know they were training themselves to have a very important job, which is a job we need more people doing.
Unlike flight simulators, though, sir, ma'am, there are people's lives at risk. So
That's
please,
true.
this is not a game, okay? Do your job greatly.
Yeah, after what happened over the weekend, I was at the airport. What a mess. And some of that had to do with air traffic control. We need to help. Whatever will help. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're great at Mario Bros. Whatever it takes, get you in there. Get in the game.
Yeah, there's a shortage of air traffic controllers, so this should help. We'll see how it actually works out.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Imagine getting a postcard from your parents who died years ago.
All right.
You imagined it? Good. That's what happened
I'd be like, what does this mean?
It's very odd. You wouldn't expect something like that to happen, but that's what happened to Bob from Long Beach, California. He received a postcard written from his parents. They were on vacation in Copenhagen, Denmark in July of 2000, but it just arrived at his house this month.
It's not a good look for the mail carrier services out there.
I mean, some things take time.
Yeah, according to the postal worker, they believe it likely fell behind a desk or got lost in some post office equipment. The post date on the postcard from Copenhagen was July 2000, but the California postmark was August 2026. So I'm assuming that it was lost somewhere in Denmark in their postal system, finally found, sent, and then it eventually made its way to Bob.
The next time you're upset with USPS, just know it happens everywhere.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And what a cool thing. I mean, it's got to be so touching to receive that. And I wonder if there's like some interesting timing there. It's really cool.
Well, he said the timing of it couldn't have been better. He called it a postcard from heaven.
There you go.
His mother died 4 years ago. His father died 6 years ago during the COVID-19 pandemic in the hospital. So with the restrictions, you weren't allowed to visit people in the hospital back then. He never got to say goodbye to his dad.
Wow, interesting.
So receiving this postcard, he said it couldn't have come at a better time for him.
It's a great story.
Yeah, I love it.
Kenny, what else do you have?
The New York Times did an analysis of the most commonly used emojis. Do you have any guesses what the most commonly used emoji might be?
I'm going to guess the crying face emoji, but I don't know if it's the one that's straight or slanted.
Okay. J-Bo, do you have any guesses?
Kissy face.
Kissy face, that's a good guess. Heather?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
That's what I use a lot.
TJ, you're closest. As a matter of fact, the top three all have tears involved.
Interesting.
Yeah, so number one on the list is the, quote, loudly crying face. That's the one that has pretty much waterfalls of tears coming out of the eyes.
The one straight down? Isn't that the sad
Straight
one?
down.
Yeah,
That's sad,
that's
yeah.
the sad one, yeah.
It is the sad one.
All right.
Number two is the rolling on the floor
sad.
laughing emoji. So that's the crying face, but it's turned sideways, meant to
That's
indicate
really hysterical.
something
That's when you're really cracked
is
up.
funny. And then the third one is the face with tears of joy. So a smiling face with the tears coming out of the side. Those are the top three, all having to do with tears. Red heart comes in at number 4, and then the folded hands emoji comes in at number 5.
None of those are fun.
A lot of tears in this world
They're
right
all
now.
lame.
Yeah. Kenny, what else do you have?
I'm sure you're familiar with the term rage bait. This
course.
is content created for social media that's meant to enrage the people who see it. So there is a guy who was interviewed by the New York Post. He claims he makes $10,000 a month using or making AI-generated rage bait content.
So just stories and headlines that will upset people,
Right.
that will get them to engage on their page or watch their videos, and then they make money off of their anger.
Yes.
And they're made up stories, right? They're not real stories.
No, completely made up.
Cool.
He says, I like to think of things that will emotionally pull on people.
Great.
He had one particular viral
But
situation.
you're only pulling one emotion, though.
Right.
Which is
Seems
anger.
that way.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to pull on people's emotions, you can write something positive, but it's also fake.
Sure.
And that gets views and clicks.
Yeah.
Heartfelt poetry. Story about a grandma who met, middle school crush, and they came back together.
Right.
Well, what about remember the one that I fell for with the otter that gave the present to the person that rescued it from the net?
Yes,
Lovely.
that's what would they call that? It's not rage bait, it's love bait,
Joy bait?
joy bait.
Joy bait.
Fake
That sounds
otter.
good.
Yeah, that otter delivered a present to a person, and you thought it was real, which was
I
interesting.
did think it was real. Well, he says that it takes him less than 10 minutes to create these posts. He calls himself a comedian and a digital storyteller and frames his work as storytelling akin to fiction, movies, or reality TV, stating that the AI is simply a tool in his creative toolbox rather than an attempt to cause harm.
Wow. See, I
But
don't
you
know.
are causing harm.
Yeah.
Right.
And people are taking it as real, and they're making decisions in their life and reacting as if some of these stories are real. And that's just one person who's coming out and saying it. What about all the people that are hiding? I think a lot of the disruption in our world, it can be directly blamed on some of the fake stuff that's been swirling around the internet for years. I think we're now starting to get hip to it, but there were just a lot of years where a bunch of fake stuff was just going out there and people were reacting and responding as if it was real. It hasn't been great for society, and no law has caught up to this.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy for them to be like, well, what's the difference between that and a TV show?
Well, you go into a TV show knowing it's not real.
Right. And usually when news articles are published, usually it's based on facts.
Yes, and these posts are like, they look like posts that are like a real person. Like one of them had screenshots of texts that were just fake.
Right.
It looks real.
They're
like,
making
real.
it look
From
like
a normal person.
Right. Legitimate delivery system. So people are and it's crazy. There's got to be something that starts to define what is okay and what isn't in that space, because it is causing a lot of disruption.
What's troubling too is this is a young guy. He's 26 years old. He's doing this.
And he's making bank off of it.
He is.
Kenny, what else do you have?
When I was 13 years old, I spent the majority of my summer playing video games, playing outside, doing pretty much whatever I wanted to do. Not the case necessarily for 13-year-old Zach from Utah. He spent his summer using his 3D printing skills to build a custom wheelchair for a disabled nearly 2-year-old girl.
Wow.
That's very sweet.
These printers, they're getting more and more amazing. My father-in-law's refrigerator, something broke. It was like a weird little piece on the handle.
All right.
So he calls his friend who has a 3D printer and he knows engineering and all this stuff. He's like, can you make up a replacement part for me? He goes over, he measures the whole thing, and he's able to print out something that fixes the refrigerator. And you're like,
that's great.
This is where we're at.
It's amazing. Good stuff right there.
Can we print food soon? Can we print?
They're working on that.
Like, I don't know what's next, but like the things you can do with these are amazing.
You can make houses.
Can we make a house?
I think they do.
Yeah.
I've seen it with the
Pours
concrete.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Love it.
So this kid, he fell in love with 3D printing. He's absolutely fascinated with it. And he said he wanted to do more than just make cool things. So he discovered this nonprofit organization called Make Good. They create 3D printed assisted devices for people with disabilities. And he spent 300 hours this summer designing, printing, testing, and assembling this device for this 21-month-old toddler who has a disability.
I mean, those are hours well used. He could have been playing video games or sleeping and wasting time, so good for him.
It's a beautiful story. Love it.
Yeah, he designed it with custom pink accents because that's the girl's favorite color. It's got practical storage, removable cup holder, tray table, all of this stuff. It's also adjustable, so as she grows, she'll be able to continue to use the same wheelchair. They won't have to replace it.
That's a steal. That's awesome.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Erling Haaland from Norway, breakout star in the World Cup this past summer. Of course, soccer fans knew who he was a long time ago. Well, he found himself in the news for something he had absolutely nothing to do with. Police in Ecuador confiscated over 1,000 pounds of cocaine in 370 green rectangular packages, all featuring a photo of Erling Haaland.
Wow, on the package?
On the package.
Yeah, I guess if you're breaking the law, it's like, well, how many ways could you break it? And how clever can you get? They don't care about branding. Imagine they call and go, can we get a license for his image, please?
Yeah, we want to put him on
like to print
packages of drugs.
Dealers can be soccer fans too.
Yeah, well, it turns out drug cartels routinely use celebrity images, athlete photos, other logos to mark their supply. It's pretty much their form of branding. The police say they seized over $842,000 of cocaine, all with Erling Haaland's face on it.
Eesh.
He's yet to comment on this, by the way, but when he does, I'm sure he'll have something interesting to say. Remember, Erling Haaland was the one who brought home a taxidermied raccoon holding a whiskey bottle onto the plane when he went back to Norway.
That store was like selling out of those things.
Yeah.
Kenny, what else do you have?
So many police departments around the country are warning parents about this social media trend where they photograph their kids, usually in front of the house, holding a chalkboard that says, "My first day of school." And it usually gives information about the kid, what grade they're going into, their favorite subject, what they want to be when they grow up. Police say this is not a good idea.
I agree.
Well, anything posting kids on the internet, I think, needs to be just a blanket statement. Not a great idea.
Sure.
Right?
I've learned that now. Like, when social was first a thing, because, millennials invented social media. Of course, I post my nieces and nephews, whatever. But now, the way things are moving and shifting, I'm like, I try not to post anything about them anymore.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, at first, it seemed so innocent, right? We had a baby, we announced it, we put it out there. And then our trust was totally betrayed by these companies. And it's like, no. We're not putting our kids in your weird little platforms.
But
Get out of here.
I do remember thinking when I had friends who would post photos of their kids when they're starting school, I thought, there's something weird about that. Like, there's too much information.
Yeah.
Because people can use that against you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Think about some creep in a van going, hey, you want to be an astronaut? I could show you a spacecraft. Who needs that?
Well, that's exactly what police are warning about. You could have a stranger earn the kid's trust because they know certain facts about the kid and then pick them up at school claiming to be some long-lost uncle. They say if you're going to post these pictures, try to make them a little bit more vague. Don't include such detailed information and don't take them in front of street signs that give away the kid's exact location.
And keep in mind, I know this is a subtle detail. Sometimes kids have uniforms and their shirts have the school's names on it.
Yep.
That's a good one, too.
No.
Kenny, what else do you have?
As someone who's getting married not too long from now, I'm not sure I want to be a part of this trend, but it does appear a growing number of couples are choosing gift-free weddings.
You may be a part of this trend because I'm not getting you nothing.
Yeah, what's your problem? Why you don't want to be trendy?
No, I don't care to be trendy.
As the person who always wants to be with the trends.
Yeah, exactly.
You
All
want
of
to
a
be
sudden.
trendy. Not this time, huh?
He's got Labubu dolls hanging from his bag because it's a trend.
Yes.
Sure.
He was all over those Stanley water bottles
I think
because
he
it was
has
a
three.
trend. Right, 3 of them.
Yeah.
He loves trends, but he doesn't love the trend where you don't get a wedding gift.
Right.
Okay.
I think gifts is Kenny's love language.
All right.
Yeah, well, the wedding platform Joy is reporting nearly a 100% increase in couples declining gifts since last year, 2025.
Well, I guess it depends on the wedding, but I know for us, when we had our wedding a lot of years ago now, we had a lot of people traveling. And so we felt weird asking for a gift when they were paying all this money to travel. So we wrote on the invitation card, your presence is our present.
Oh, that's so cute.
And people, they took us up on it.
Are people asking for money instead? Or wanting money instead?
No, like no gifts, not money, not registry items, just your presence is our present. That seems to be the trend.
I also wonder too, if, like, a lot of couples now are already living together before they're getting married. So like, what are you asking for? You have everything in the house you're living in.
I'd like a second popcorn bowl.
Yeah. For me, Allison and I have been living together for 3 years. We have everything it takes to make a home together. So
you don't need anything.
I'm
So this
looking
is
for
perfect
money.
for you.
No,
That's
I'm
perfect.
looking for money.
Money.
You don't need
how-
money? You
Yeah, I
fine.
want
All
money.
right, let's work it out now. What do you want?
Well, I think the last wedding I went to, I think we did $150 a person.
So you want 150 a person.
No, I'm just telling you what I did.
Oh, okay.
What would you like for your wedding from me?
I would like some money. I want to
how
be able
much?
to pay for the honeymoon.
Okay, but how
Oh,
much
that's
do you
fair.
want from me specifically?
Well, that's where I think that it's rude for me to
Oh,
offer
that's rude.
that suggestion.
He's asking. If he
Yeah.
wasn't asking, you told him that would be rude.
Give
but
what
he's
you can.
asking.
Well,
He's asking. Tell him. Give him a
you
number.
make considerably more money than me, so how about $500?
500
Yeah.
for each person?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I want.
Thank you for
Wow.
Well, you got to shoot your shot, J-Bo.
You're right. I'm proud of you because usually you don't negotiate very well. So
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I would like some gifts because Allison and I are spending a lot of money. We are getting help from our parents, but I'm like, I want to go on a honeymoon. Allison wants to go on a honeymoon. I don't know how we're going to pay for it. That's
fair.
Some
Do what
wedding
I
gifts
did.
could help.
We didn't go on a honeymoon.
No, don't do what TJ
Yeah,
We
did.
saved a lot of money. And you
No.
know what? We're going to go on one day. We've been saying that for
When?
13 years.
When?
You know what?
You have to make time. Life will continue to life until you decide to make time.
Well, that's what's been happening so far.
Well, make time.
No, I'm excited about it. I actually am excited about it because I love my wife more today than the day that I married her. So I feel like the honeymoon will be even better
Yeah, when you decide to go on the
when we
honeymoon.
go on it.
Yeah, prove it to her and plan a honeymoon.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, guys. Kenny, we appreciate you keeping us somewhat informed.
Thank you in advance for your gift.
Yeah.